end of chapter 23 of the Srrws of Satan, where Tempest and Sybil go take a walk in the woods, and Sybil confesses that she has learned how to love in the interval. And unfortunately, now she has a thirsting, burning love. And he asks her how she did, and she says, "Oh, I can't tell you now, but I'll tell you after we get married." After. And you think it's like, has Tempest been, as they say, cuckolded by his friend Lucio? Did he seduce her and introduce her to love, but not, tender, as she says, kind of the love of flowers or the love of a fairy princess for a prince, but more sensual love. I have a rather suspicion, because she's very suddenly very physical and is like, I need it, kind of, that kind of passion seems to be radiating from her now. So I do think it's one of these things of Lucio as the devil is giving Tempest everything he wants. Great wealth kind of turns to ashes in his hands. Fame as a writer has turned to ashes in his hands. And now the love of Sybil is the next thing. And that, as you can see as the pattern going, is going to turn to ash in his hands. I guess we'll see. We'll see as we go along, but that, I rather think, is what is going to happen here. As they go back to the guests, who are seated in brilliant scattered groups under the trees or within the silken pavilions, while the sweetest music, and the strangest, if people only had ears to hear it, both vocal and instrumental, was being performed by those invisible players and singers whose secret whereabouts was unknown to all save Lucio. Yes, this whole thing has hidden singers and musicians permeating the place with music, which is the strangest, sweetest, eeriest music, yet the guests don't even give a fuck. They're just too busy gorging themselves to really take that in, or to take in the beauty of their surroundings. Both they're blind to. This being the commentary on this upper crust society. This very much, you do get the thing of Marie Corelli, is like her book is being pitched to the lower classes from the upper classes. This is like, isn't the upper classes just horribly corrupt and dissipated and morally bad? That seems to be, it's like, it's a very middle class view of an upper class, which, doesn't have to be it doesn't have to be invalid, but you can see where it's coming from, a middle class morality. Whether that's a kind of hypocrisy in itself, you can leave it, but you're pointing to another group and saying they're bad, which is always sus, I think. All right, I'll leave it there. More videos later.